We introduce you to Francesco and Marino, whose stories are two examples of sustainable development in our valley. Francesco and his wonderful valley, Valfontana. Francesco has been taking his cows and sheep to the highest mountain pastures in the valley for 40 years. In summer, they can graze freely at 1,600 meters above sea level. Isn't it a gorgeous place? They think so. Nowadays, his son Nicola helps him carry on this whole activity. Even his dogs are good shepherds. They are very skilled in herding and leading the livestock. Transhumance is an ancient farming method. Today it's little practice, but is useful because it preserves pastures and does not allow the degradation of the mountain. In this way, all the beauty of the unspoiled nature surrounding us can be preserved. As they used to do in the past, Francesco stays in the mountain pasture from April to October to ensure a healthy diet for the livestock. He does not use feed or fertilizer, saving money and preserving the landscape. In comparison to intensive farming, here animals are raised free in pastures. They have natural food and they aren't forced to produce. The milk produced is processed directly in the mountain pastures. Then it's transformed into cheese or butter with no waste, always in accordance with EEC regulation and product quality controls. This valley is a paradise to love and protect, and we think Francesco is doing a great job.
Continuing the activity of his grandparents, Marino decided to devote himself to organic viticulture in the ancient terraces made with dry stone walls that characterize our valley and which are a World Heritage Site. Aren't they beautiful? This is what happens when you stop cultivating the vineyards. The forest takes over everything. Therefore, the work of Marino and many other farmers is fundamental in preserving our unique landscape. Then, he added to this primary activity the cultivation of flowers obtained from the sowing of ancient and native seeds, and a vegetable garden, besides breeding pigs and calves, reared with products derived from agricultural production waste. With the products obtained from these activities in his farmhouse, a typical stone and wood hut 1,000 meters above the sea level, he prepares traditional local dishes, allowing his customers to taste the flavors of the past. Forgotten cereals, legumes, and poor vegetables are transformed into tasty dishes. Even the cured meats and meat are homemade. In recent years, he has also renovated the old family cellar and created a real winery, where he carries out all the phases of the transformation of the harvested grapes into wine. Pressing, fermentation of the most, aging into barrels, and bottling. As a result, every year he produces 10,000 bottles. From the vineyard to the table. Definitely. The tiring terraces to cultivate, walls and slopes make mechanization impossible. Everything is done by hand. That's why we are called heroic winemakers. In addition to this, climate changes, thunder rains, period of drought, and a late frost could make you lose a whole year worth of work in an instant. There are many reasons. For example, the pleasure of working outdoors in a beautiful location and the desire to preserve our gorgeous valley and its traditions. How to blame him?